Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking. Today's playlist as review. I should be discussing the S.D.C.C. slash Mattel Creations He-Man Master Universe Origins Cartoon Collection 2 Bad 2-pack, or technically figure set. Now, yes, that is most definitely a mouthful, and if I'm wondering what is that noise in the background, that's my fan, because again, down here in South California, it is hot and toasty. But besides that, I'm mostly going to be talking about in this small section of the video about the box and kind of what you get other than the figures, because again, this box is actually somewhat neat. Of course, we have the mini comics, which are packaged in this little tiny, not necessarily a bag, but more just a sandwich bag, zip-up bag, pamphlet, whatever. They're in here. You also get this really fancy box cover, where it has basically replications or filmationized versions of the argument we see in the 2000X series with Badrah and Tuvar, or Tuvar and Badrah. It's pretty cool. And obviously we have the I think it's called the Mirror of Antioch, I believe, which was their second appearance in the original Filmation series, because this entire thing is based off of the second appearance where they actually appeared in, which is the, I want to say, one of the last few episodes of Filmation before the series eventually was cancelled. Not cancelled, more just ended prematurely. You can remove this little cover to reveal, obviously, more art here. We have Tuvar. Other side, we have Badrah, and obviously the mirror, and both of them combined. Like so. Obviously, this is once again based off of the 2000X version of the character, not really the Filmation version. Because so far, what I've seen and also researched before making this review is that their first appearance was the Catcher the Comet sorcerer, I believe. I can't remember what it was called, but put the names of the first episode with. Was the first shonen, and the second one, which is what the set is based off of. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, it has magnets, you see, so, which is pretty cool, and also more art back here. It's pretty cool. And maybe this also has magnets here, right? No. But yeah, that's it for the box. It's pretty cool, and I honestly really want to stay in like this, but since I have the German playset, I gotta have some goons and etc. all over that thing. And just, Alright, and now I should be talking about the figures, and also, obviously, first, the mini-comic. Now, I obviously thought the mini-comic was actually 2 mini-comics. Apparently, it's actually 2 in 1. Obviously, we have this awesome splash page of both Tuvar and Badrah being turned into Too Bad. And this part is talking about Badrah's part of the story. This part is talking about Tuvar's part of the story. Which is interesting, to say the least. And obviously, that's more or less based off their 2000X appearance. Because, again, this is kind of weird mix of 2000X and Filmation. Because these figures are based on the Filmation versions of Too Bad. Or more or less, Tuvar and Badrah. But this didn't really come out until like more or less majority of the origins of Too Bad wouldn't come out until like 2000X, I believe. And that's interesting to say, at least. However, it does mean that how come they didn't really do this thing up as a 2000X version of Too Bad? Which only like, answer to that might be because 2000X figures didn't really sell that well. The X version of Skeletor, He-Man, didn't really sell that well, especially the one that was part of that the 40th anniversary set of He-Man figures. And also you had the 2000X version of Evil Lyn, which sold really, really good. And that was mostly just because the first version was not very good. Besides that, the figures themselves are surprisingly like unique. Of course, obviously you have the mirror of, it looks like Antioch, I can't remember, but that's the name of the mirror. It's named here. It's actually Lenticular. Everyone else has a Lenticular, like, not sticker, more or less just piece here, where it's supposed to be like him talking. It's very, very neat. I like it. And obviously it came with Badrah's side of the box. And Tuvar got the torso and waist piece and armor piece as well, because it's technically removable. Too Bad. The other interesting part is that unlike many other Master Universe figures, etc., you actually slide the bubbles outwards, like so. So these little tabs here. I didn't really film that because I found it to be like a little bit too like best to describe it. Much, however, it's too minor basically. But it's pretty interesting because we don't really see that with these type of like figure sets. We more to see those like high-end figures like Hot Toys and other one I can't remember. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. So we're doing some comparisons with first, because I want to show you this is generally like impressed me. Although this is my first like review of the Filmation Modesty cartoon collection figures, I do have another figure, which is Trapjaw. And as you can see, they're like ever so slightly taller for some reason. I have no clue why. They're like ever so slightly taller than Trapjaw. It's much better to see, like they're much taller with Tuvar. It's a little harder to see with Badrah because his head is a lot more smaller. But still, it's unique, and that kind of makes sense because Too Bad the Filmation cartoon was ridiculously tall, and it does bring into the question, will they also reuse this body type for Triclops? Because Triclops was also another really tall character in the Filmation series, and it will make sense if they would do that. However, they don't really reuse that many like parts from these convention exclusive stuff. The only ones that I've recalled were reused were the Grizzlor, and I forget who was the Horde Trooper. There we go, the Horde Trooper. Those were reused. However, those were more like the Horde Trooper was technically a pre-tool, and Grizzlor was basically the only one who really got released. Technically twice, but it's not the camera. Technically not twice, but whatever. The point is that I don't know if they reuse this mold for Triclops if they want to do that figure. Because again, this is kind of crazy that they made these two a lot taller. I guess be more accurate to the cartoon. But yeah, that's Trapjaw there. If you're curious if I do have the original Trapjaw figure, I do not, because one, that figure was stupid hard to find, and at that point I was like, I didn't even care for it anymore. And by the time we got the cartoon collection version, I just tried to get it in. Try to get that version instead, because I much prefer the cartoon version or Filmation version of Trapjaw, where he has the rose-colored helmet, jaw, and no, actually, this is the jaw and arm and accessories, stuff like that. We also have the Origins concept art version of Merman, which I also got because I just most prefer it over the other version. And obviously, I previously mentioned Triclops, which I mentioned earlier, like, are there going to be reuses for this character or not? Because again, these two most definitely dwarf Triclops, the Origins version, more or less. And finally, we also have Dinjor, who's also once again dwarfed, and another later season character or series character, Clawful, who we are actually getting very soon. I did want to get a Spikor before the review, but I just couldn't, like, I wasn't able to get him. Of course, obviously, they do share the same like articulation, because both of these are the same figure basically, because they have to be, or else how you can get too bad. They have the standard like Origins articulation, and also the Cartoon Collection articulation, because both of them are more or less dog types are basically the same. The only real like upgrade over the Cartoon Collection versions is that they just have better ankle articulation. Like, it's just the same. There's no real like big old difference between like the original mold and the Cartoon Collection version. And obviously the other interesting part is that since of course this were they fused, yeah, the arm bits basically being one piece of one half of the Motu bad armor piece, which is pretty interesting. The next part is obviously the combination bit for both figures, which obviously involves you doing the good old-fashioned Motu styled. Actually, am I doing this right? Let me see. I'm trying to remember if I'm doing this correctly. Yes, I am. I have to go retrieve Tuvar's head. Sit by his side. Actually, neither arm too. Because again, also another thing with Origins is that if you're curious about this, this doesn't really damage this figure. Because Origins also had this thing where the figures are able to swap parts, very similar to like Smash Battle, I think it was called. Here's the name of those figures here from Hasbro, and also Bionicle and Galador. And what was the other one? I'm trying to remember. What was the other toy line that uses this similar? Oh, this is pretty tough. Like play pattern, other than just Bionicle, Hero Factory, and I believe it was. Ooh, I can't remember what it was. It's like on the tip of my tongue. There's also Transformers of its, what was it called again? Weaponizers, etc. And I think like one more. It's like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh yeah, the Transformers, combiners with those things. And other stuff, because again, swapping parts is kind of like a common thing with many kids' toy lines. So here's Too Bad. It's pretty easy, like combination bit. However, it does mean you have the other parts of the body, Hades or Tuvar and Badrah, which is kind of funny and somewhat morbid. But yeah, that's Too Bad. Again, same articulation as the base figures, and also once again, for comparison's sake, here he is with Trapjaw. Once again, for some reason, ever so slightly taller. It's weird. Of course, I'm not really sure if once again, the reused parts or whatever. Because this one was dim topical I mentioned later on the video, but I just want to show off the figures, like details, etc. Because again, this is all exclusive to this figure. Nothing is probably like released. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But yeah, same articulation, very similar details, etc. However, it does have the normal like Master Universe waist piece. If I can show you with Clawful here, is the same waist piece, but it has like a unique torso, obviously for Too Bad. Now this leads to the next kind of like thing with this set, which is Too Bad in general. A lot of people complain about this thing obviously not having Too Bad's accessories, even the 2000X Too Bad's accessories, because this set is more or less, even the main comic itself is more or less based off of the 2000X version of Too Bad, and this is kind of thrown in as like Easter egg, etc. That's another thing with the cartoon collection, because of like episode specific stuff, similar to the old, I think it was like Mattel. Yeah, Mattel, Batman the Anime Series figures, I believe it was. Very, very interesting that they're kind of reusing the concept. However, this does mean that these figures are locked behind this set. This also means that this figure set's also stupidly expensive because it's a San Diego Comic-Con / Mattel Collections figure set. It makes it even harder because it's Too Bad, you know. Too Bad is a really popular character, and Too Bad is basically pretty cool. Tuvar and Badrah, you know, characters from 2000X, and also this little main comic here. Again, like, I'm so conflicted about this set, is like, because this is actually definitely a gift, because I was gifted this set. Yeah, I was actually waiting up for the Origins version, because we are technically, right, supposed to get a normal Origins figure, because although yes, we are getting like these cartoon collection figures, you can still get like the Origins figures, right? They just re-released the Origins version of Trapjaw. Now, does this mean that I'm going to like replace my cartoon collection? No, because I got the cartoon collection version because I liked it more. I wanted to get like a more cartoon, Filmation version of Trapjaw. But Too Bad is more interesting because obviously this is based more on a cartoon, a more Filmation version of the Too Bad. And if you don't know, those figures never really had almost those characters in the show didn't even have the other accessories. Case in point, He-Man didn't have a shield and an axe, and also Skeletor didn't have a sword, or that half of the power sword. Stuff like that. It's weird. It's really, really weird. And also you have the other like redesigned character, like Skeletor having being a lot more basic face with more basic skull, and also a lot of characters being a lot more streamlined, etc., leaner, taller, etc. It's just it makes me very conflicted because I don't know. You can get this set for Tuvar and Badrah, but what's the point of Too Bad? Because again, we're getting the Origins version later on, and you getting the set just for Too Bad is kind of Of course, I'm fine with me owning this thing because again, this was a gift. I didn't really lose anything or anything like that, and I'm kind of very generous about that. This particular mean I can get like the new Origins version because I have it Too Bad. Because again, I'm kind of really like, should I get this other figure or should I get this other version of the character? Like, I haven't gotten like the 2000X version of He-Man or the other like versions of Man-at-Arms that are, because I'm like, do I need it? Do I need it if I ever have the Origins version? Like, do I need it? I don't know. It's definitely like on you, basically. Like, do you want this set? Do you really want Tuvar and Badrah for your 2000X stuff? Go ahead, you can hunt this down and buy it for those figures. The problem is you're gonna pay like $100 because this thing, even though it cost like $50, it was still pretty popular and sold out quickly. Again, people was gonna argue, oh, why didn't give you the shield, etc. He didn't have it in the Filmation cartoon, thusly he doesn't have it here. If I really, really want to like be like pedantic, picky, whatever, like clawful. He didn't even have like his claw. He just had like 2 of the normal like claws here. And I don't think he even had his mace. So yeah, again, your choice, whatever, but be very much aware that, again, this thing is more or less based off of the Filmation version of Too Bad, also 2000X version with Tuvar and Badrah, and in general meant for that, not for like being an updated version of the original figure. Because again, a lot of people complain about that, which kind of like, why? Just why? Whatever. That's it for this review. It may be like a little bit short for this type of like San Diego Comic-Con wear set, unlike the previous review of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Cobra Missile Base or Missile Headquarters, whatever. But yeah, that's it. I really want to like do a review before I even like open this thing up, because one, I want to show off the box, etc. I also want to talk about like this thing, because again, I don't think they were going to release it for the cartoon collection, because again, cartoon's like super niche. The cartoon collection is super niche, and it kind of made it make sense that they wouldn't even release it. However, if you're like missing out and if you want Too Bad, I recommend just waiting for the Origins version. Alright? I'm just gonna say that right now. Just wait for the Origins version, because it's coming out. It's coming out soon. You can obviously hunt down this version of Too Bad if you really want one now. But I'm like, just be patient. Just be patient, okay? Just be patient. But whatever. That's all for this review. Like, comment, subscribe. And please, just be patient and be like happy we even get like this weird set, because I'm like generally shocked we got not only 2000X version or 2000X version type Tuvar and Badrah type of thing here, but also like Filmation version Too Bad, whatever, or we be like fortunate to have this thing as like a gift, whatever. Besides that, that's all for this review. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. And hopefully I shall see you next time.